Anyway, okay, now we can get started. That's one right there. That's one Mandela effect right there. Ready? Remember that? Like if someone says something funny, and then the band, like on David Letterman and Saturday Night, or like Arsenio Hall, like anyone that's old school. But even now they do. Oh, check this out, guys. That shit is like fucking Andrew Bone, Gazelle Bone, it's really old. It's the one, there's a necklace to it. This thing badass. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna sell this shit. It's the beauty of having it stolen. Where you get things in that are kick ass. I got this cream beaded, they're called like crystal something paintings, and it's almost like a fucking a weave, like that kind of when you made. I think it's like crochet, but you have a plastic piece, right, and it has holes in it, and shit, like a grid maybe, and then you're pulling the piece, and you're probably knitting, maybe that is that. Yeah. Anyway, so probably like knitted. Wow, this is very nice. I need to. This stuff right here, it seems messy, but it's not. Um, it's all. I just gotta go through it and decide. This is all gonna be pretty soon, right behind me. Like, see where this lamp is right here, right there to over here. It's gonna be like a whatever color curtain I decide. I like behind my computer. It's a orange, and I call it like, see how I'm kind of like an orange reflection right here. It's the sun. The sun sets over here, and then it's 3:30. All of a sudden, what? Anyway, this awesome picture went up. I got these pictures. They're doing it by weight now at this place that I go to. And it's like twice as much. But before it was like you would have a whole cart full of kick ass shit, like a comforter. I mean, brand new, like pretty much. I mean, some shit is brand new. And it's called Angel View Thrift Store, and it's this one way out in the middle of nowhere. And it's like this wholesale one where all the ones that don't sell and stuff, they just go there. And so it's just these big long bins of fucking like clothes, like brand new. I'm all nice kick ass. It's all really expensive shit. And if you dig for shit, like you can find money, you can find all kinds of shit, and they don't really go through it. They wash them but anyway, it used to be they just go, this is whatever, this is whatever, these are that. Now that this one lady I would always go to, and she would give me really good deals. But either way, like my shit was $20 on my whole cart full of shit, and it was like all these paintings. No, this time it was just a couple paintings, It was a bunch of stuff. I guess for $20. And a bunch of really cool stuff. And some clothes, all kinds of shit. So yeah, I'm buying up things like since I'm gonna fucking go off, you guys. I'm not even kidding at all right now. I'm gonna tell you something. You guys know I'm a card carrying Cherokee. I'm Native American. This is my land. Even over slaveries, okay? I don't care about any of you. None of you. Irish, uh, black, African, I don't care. Mexican, Mexican is actually pretty much Indian too, but there's Spanish too, so that's not. If you're Aztec or Incan, yeah, you might wrong. So fuck Black Lives Matter. I want my land. It's not your land. It never was, and it's none of your land. So shut up. Like, just don't even go there with it, right? They have a small coalition of Native Americans, but we see what they're doing. We're not going to get involved with that kind of nonsense. You saw what we did at the pipeline. I know what happened, how a lot of things got done peace. I know I did what I could do, and it was peaceful. I didn't even have to leave my house to do my part, and it was peaceful, and it was very impactful, and it resulted in defunding, which we could do to any of these violent groups. Come on, man, it's not worth it. It really isn't. However, let me tell you one thing else. I, being Native American, also my father, who's dead now for a long time. So I've been dead for a very long time now. But I'm in, he worked for the FAA. My grandma's pure Cherokee. She told me all these stories. Blah 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 blah. That's on the report of my grandma's phone. But anyway, so I already have a fucking vendetta, or vendetta. And I have animosity toward the government for that, for Jekyll Island, the Fed, like all this political shit. Plus, but just from being a little kid and knowing that they were fucking me, like when I is big enough to understand what this whole strike. Because my dad was an air traffic controller. Okay, let me tell you the story real quick. 1982, I believe, because it was. See, I had a Lick Bush in '88 sticker on my car, so that must have been there was an election in '88. So it must have been around 1980 or 1984. 1984. But Reagan was running, okay, against Carter, I think. Carter, I think, yeah. Or Nixon. Anyway, the point is, he was not going to win. All of the air traffic controllers, they were working them to where they couldn't, they were falling asleep. And their FAA, he was an air traffic controller. They tell the airplanes, okay, the clear land, you're to the finish. You need to go down so many feet. You need to go up. They have lanes in the sky. I mean, it's not that complicated, really. I mean, it is. But, and my dad, man, I'll show you. Look, you know what's funny? I'll show you a sticker of him right now. Cool. I love my dad. So he looks like we do. This is funny, you guys. Nah, he's going, man, quit it. Take the motherfucker. See how he's sitting? I always sit like that. That's my dad. Look at his eyes. You look just like me, kind of, huh? And he couldn't grow up. That's kind of funny, huh? I always sit like that. Hey, so that's my pops. I love him so much. He's dead now. He's sitting there actually at a bank of air traffic control. He's at the FAA. See, that's where he worked. Look at that. They're all 1950s. They still are like they did when I left. Because I'll tell you in a minute. That's my pops. He looks a lot like me. I have Curtis eyes, and it makes us look like. I don't know. It's a certain way that our eyes are. They go like that. Like, you know. You can tell. Anyway, more so before I crashed my car and busted my entire face apart and had to have it reconstructed somewhere. Anyway, that's my pops. I love him so much. I love him still so much. He was such a good dude. Anyway, he was sitting at the FAA right there. Anyway, he's sitting at the banks of they're like these round computers, and they would just have the planes going, and they'd go, Roger, this is whatever, and then Zulu time. I always ask people, do you know what Zulu time is? And they're like, no. And I'm like, it's the time that they use pilot tuning. Because you're just flying, you can't just be flying around the world and it be the same time, right? Like, it would fuck everything up. So, in order for them to communicate with everybody, they have to be on the exact same page. So, it's a 24-hour clock that um, it's a 24-hour clock where it's the same around the whole world. There's no time zone. There's one time zone, and there's 24 hours. Like midnight could be daylight. I mean, I don't know, because there's no other way. It'd be too confusing. You see, it's interesting to think about it. It's Zulu time. Look at it. I don't know. They use that shit. So they went on strike, and we carried signs. And Reagan, it was election year, and he said, and the FAA, they were working them, so they were doing shit that was fucked up for them. So their union, it was called PATCO. They were union. They were federal workers. Fucking for jets, for all airlines. Airliners were big back then too. I think it's 1984 or 19. It was like 82 to 84. They were on strike for 81, a couple of years. Anyway, so people would cross this picket line and we'd be like, scabs, fuck you, and shit. And I don't like people using their kids, exploiting them for a political cause they don't understand, you know? Or even worse is like Desmond the Amazing, a 9-year-old boy who they encourage to do drag queen things and stuff, and he's like doing ketamine and shit and doing it. That's some fucked up shit right there. But and having grown men, giving them money. Whose fault is that? The kid or all the adults? I said every adult around him should go to prison. Every adult around him that did that should go to prison. 10 years, mandatory minimum. We need okay, look, here's what scares me, okay? Here's why I personally think anybody that is gonna fuck with a kid or something like that is fucked up. That is, I mean, I'd rather that they don't even see the light of day again. But it's got to be a case by case thing because it could be. I mean, I've been in a position where I was and that's where I'll tell you, Colorado law. I literally called the cops and asked them because I didn't want to do it. I had these girls, right? And you guys can judge me all you want. This was back in the day, okay? This was when I was 20. I wasn't even old enough to go to the bar. I was 19. Look, I was 20. 19 or 20. These girls were like seniors in high school. They were all like 17 and 18, okay? Fuck you. So, they were all hot as hell. Okay, I was 19. Or I was 20. Okay, I was like, anyway, they were my harem. There was 7 of them, and I took them to all these parties. I fucked all 7 of them. Oh no, one of them I did. 6 of them I did. But they would line up at like parties. I would be like, yeah, they would go get me a beer. They would be like, can I get you a beer? Can I get you a beer? I didn't even know why. I'm like, why? I'm homeless. I'm broke. They would. I did live at like my friends' houses, but this was in Fort Collins in Colorado. And they were like, but they would take me to their house when their parents were gone and didn't let me take shower and make all this food for me. 7 girls. They called them the hero. So this dude was like, you're a fucking, he goes, you bring these high school chicks. They were seniors in high school. They're like 17 or 18. I don't know. 17, that's why. I'm like, 17, that's underage. Oh, hey, what's up? There is no fucking, all it is the fucking coronavirus is just the common cold. That's all it is. I have a pack of wipes from before all this shit ever started that says coronavirus, and in parentheses it says the common cold. It's like a white, handy wipes or something that I had in my closet for like in my bathroom for like a year now, right? Dude, this whole thing. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I see them. They have little kids. I can't wear those masks because I have only half a lung. I had a thoracotomy, Chris, and I wearing those things. I can't. I start to see stars and shit. And it's like putting it, and people are touching it and shit. They're fucking. It's so much bacteria. It's like putting a fucking petri dish right on your face. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe people are going along with it. Like the toilet paper run. That doesn't even make sense. They said, oh, it's a respiratory disease. And everyone went and bought toilet paper. To me, that's some fucking cartoon shit where they put out some bat signal, the Joker does, and it makes everyone do something. That happened, bro. Yeah, I do too, but they look at me like I'm trying to kill their fucking grandma now. They've turned everyone against me because I won't wear a mask. I can't. I fall down. I'll pass out. I can't breathe. It's crazy. I live in a tiny town. I'm like, there's no one even around me. Fuck. I'm like, and everyone is so serious. I'm like, are you kidding me? Didn't you guys just watch all these riots on TV? It's still going on for 60 days. Are they sick? Are you guys stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Do you know anyone that's dead? Is there like 10 people on your block that's sick? No. Nobody knows anybody. Are people are they seeing something different than me? That's possible because there's no way people are this stupid. There is no way you could look around and say, well, I don't know anyone and no one I know knows anyone and it's ruining our economy and everything. So, and I'm gonna be sick from wearing this fucking thing. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. just really, it's bothering me. And I'm hearing well, no, it's not even critical reason. It's empirical fucking logic. And this is something that goes back to exactly like a caveman reasoning. This isn't fucking rocket science here, man. We've never done this with any other fucking flu. I think God already. They want to be like God didn't build your immune system right, so we gotta do this and this and that, you know. And then like AIDS went away. Like what? This is weird. Like the whole thing is weird. But what is more weird than anything is this mask thing. Look up masks, Chris. You know what I did? On Quantum of Conscience channel, he said, "You know why I know that it's bullshit or that they're not taking it seriously? First of all, you don't see if people that would know that it's bullshit, you see them not taking it very seriously and not wearing their mask all the time. So you know it's bullshit. But the fact that these people would get in line, I think the toilet paper thing was a test. Like, why would they just go do that? Like, everyone just dropped everything and said, I need toilet paper. Why the fuck would anyone do that? Those aren't meant. That's why we're not supposed to put shit like that on our face. You can't do that. Those paper masks are meant to go. Look, I had chronic pneumonia. That's why I can't wear those masks and walk around in 110 degree weather. I can't do it, man. Fuck. Why didn't I never had to do that in my whole life. No one did. And there's nothing, if they were like, ding, bring out your dead, or if there was like what there is now, which is like less than 1% of infected people, then they wear a mask. No, not everyone else. They have it backward. Everything's backwards in this realm. Just like God's, or the Bible, not God, but the Bible says in Revelations. And whoever wrote it, I don't know. But they're pretty good, man. They are like 10 for 10 right now. I didn't believe the Bible till Revelation. They started calling shit. Now they're calling the delusion. And they said there would be a great delusion. And I agree that, don't you agree that they're delusional? Thinking that they need this mask and not seeing the dangers of wearing such a mask? It does nothing good for you and very bad things. It'll make bacteria. It gets wet. They're not, even those paper mask ones, when I had pneumonia, and I was always be in a vacuum room because they didn't know if I had tuberculosis because I'd always be coughing up blood. Anyway, they'd have to put on a suit, and then they'd put on the mask and come in and take my blood. They'd come back out and throw it away. Boom. Those masks, they put it on, the doctor come in, do the same, throw it away. It's used for like 1 second. That's it. It's not used to be used all day. And you don't just go home and sew your favorite football team on some bullshit old sock that you have. No! Like, did everyone just all of a sudden get dumb as fuck or what? Like, and then I see punk rocker types and like anti-establishment types. You see idiots rioting wearing those goddamn masks. Actually, that makes sense. That's the only time I ever wore a mask, is for tear gas and so that when I was riding and shit, we didn't loot. No. They would shoot you. They said, if you loot, we shoot. In Denver, and I was in several riots, many riots, nobody looted. But we fucking broke windows. No one went in and looted. I mean, that's just how, right, Chris? Isn't that how it was? Like, my whole life, if you loot, when the loot starts, shooting starts, period, boom. I've been in the fucking front lines of riots. I've been throwing Molotov cocktails, flipping cop cars. We did not loot because that was the line. That was where you got shot. So, you know, we were flipping cop cars. They're like, go for it. You pay for it. Whatever, right? But once you start destroying the banks and shit, nah, and these private stores, hell no. They'll shoot to kill. If you went in and started taking all this armfuls of merchandise, they shoot your ass. I mean, it's not like now. I don't get it. There's like no consequences. There's two people in Missouri and St. Louis. That lady with her little Walther P38. Hey, girl, whatever. You got your gun on. And the dude was just dumb with his AR-14 going, you know. Um, so that wasn't even a public street. That whole community was a gated community that they went into. Then they went into the gate of that one particular yard as well. And they had built that house. So anyway, they're facing time in jail. Not the rioters. And also the little Walther P38 that the lady had, right? Like this that was looking all stupid. She had the firing pin removed or something. So because she was using it in a plate or something. And it was written that and so they didn't know that it mysteriously got fixed why the police had it because it says has to be an operational weapon, so they tampered with it with the evidence. These motherfuckers, the law's for thee but not for me. Fuck you. Where is the American spirit? They all fucking muzzled up. Fucking, that's a sign of humiliation and of defeat. That's what the masks are for. Everyone needs to go look up, even on fucking anything. You can't really believe much, but I'll tell you one thing. Anytime they've used metal, any kind of cloth, any kind of masks. What does the KKK wear? Come on. Any kind of masks. It's a bad thing, okay? Why'd they even bother doing in China and stuff and in the US? Why'd they even bother doing all this facial recognition software if they were just gonna make us all wear these stupid masks? They outlawed the anonymous mask during Occupy. They want to keep us busy, not and then just have it hurry up and get to the election and then the Clintons. They're all on the same team. I'm not a Trumper. Everyone assumes I'm for Trump because I think he's funny. I don't care, man. He's funny, but I don't remember. Like Obama was so boring and just such an idiot. I just didn't like. He did something for my book. I thought, God, because I have a lot of black and other color. Most of my friends aren't white. You know what I mean? And I was just happy for black people, and I thought, they're finally a black president. Maybe he'll, I don't know, put in as some sort of infrastructure to get the people out so that they can, get out of the ghetto and shit, right? And okay, I guess I couldn't have been more wrong. Yeah, Obama, but then he didn't really do anything, and he was really weird. The whole story was shady about him, and I just don't get it. He was basically just kind of a filler, like Clinton was. Like they held the door for him, until the next time. Like same Bush. I don't think you should be able to do that. They do that all the time. You don't want to know why? I know every president except for the 9. Did you know we had 9 presidents before Washington? See, people, why we forget shit like that? Because we tear down statues and we burn down libraries, you fucking dumbasses. God, these people are dumb. I'm Native American, so what do I mean, we white man? That's my daddy said. What do you mean, we white man? because of my blanket joke. Blanket jokes with Native Americans never go over well. Pandemic blanket jokes never go over well with Cherokees. That's funny. Oh man, all of a sudden I walk by and I got a shower. I have a big ass bruise on my side. I'm like, what the fuck happened, man? And then I remember I ate shit. This, you know how sometimes a rug, you'll trip on it and just fucking wham. And I have this checkerboard red floor, which I love, but it hurts when you fall down on it. Like, man, that's the worst thing about getting old, having it falling down. Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't fall down as much, but anyway. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go jump in the shower. So, boom, boom.